M.K.C.
Solo on the beat.
Have you ever just thought about life or fear for your life so much that you've carried the knife? Have you ever? Have you ever been so depressed that your mind doesn't work cause it just can't rest? Have you ever had your heart broken, you're thinking that you fixed it but the sky's reopened? Have you ever just thought about death and thought where do we go once we've left? Have you ever felt so alone, like a dog with no bone, writing down his lyrics with the beats on your phone? This time a couple of years ago I only weighed about 8 stone, cause I was living in pain and it was fucking insane. All these thoughts in my brain that I couldn't maintain, I was a mess. Now I write down these lyrics just to cope with the stress. Strategize my words like a game of chess. I stick out my chest until there's no words left. I keep this music in my heart till I'm torn apart. And old schools don't remove the scar. I'm straight to the point like a pointed dart. Music on the radio, you call it art. You sell your soul so you can make the charts. Have you ever been down? Have you ever been up? Have you ever struggled with life cause life is tough? Have you ever said to yourself I've had enough? Have you ever been alone and felt not loved? Have you ever just watched the clouds above? Have you ever felt pain? Have you ever felt sorrow? Have you ever thought to yourself, will I still be here tomorrow? Have you ever thought about life and fear for your life so much that you've carried a knife? Have you ever been so depressed that your mind doesn't work and it just can't rest? Have you ever? True story. M.K.C. Have you ever thought about religion? It's not for me, I feel like something's missing. I'm a Protestant, was never made a Christian. M.K.C. doesn't need no Christian. If it's written a book then I just won't listen, cause people tell stories and other people twist them. Listen to my words of wisdom, cause nothing nowadays can be trusted. It was only the other day where a gun got busted. They're digging up the fields for the guns that are rusted. The way the world's gone, it just got me disgusted, cause the world just mayhem. Always deep thinking in the AM all the way to the PM. I write it down cause I've gotta do something. My brain's got no off button. I'm not taking medication, it's not for discussion. I got people telling lies that they got a concussion. I got people looking around like nobody trusts them. You wanna see a different side of me, then keep on pushing. I don't really give a fucking shit about the assumption. My head's fucked up, it's like a volcano eruption. And if I get a better on me, then you know for the fact that there's gonna be a fucking path of destruction. If you ever wrote lyrics just to cope with the stress, you feel empty inside like something just left. Every single day my mum struggles for breath when there's nothing I can do but feel helpless. I drink pints to block my pain and my senses. It's like no matter what I do, I feel apprehensive. The more I think, the more I sink, the more I drink. I couldn't care less than what you think, because me and you are not the same. I use music to express, you use it for fame. You're the sunshine in the sky, M.K.C. with storm and the rain. You flash what you got, but me, I'm simple and plain. You ever just thought about life or fear for your life so much that you've carried the knife? Have you ever been so depressed that your mind can't work cause it just can't rest? Have you ever had your heart broken, you're thinking that you fixed it but the sky's reopened? Have you ever just thought about death and thought where do we go once we've left? Have you ever